Talking to kids about epilepsy. Emphasize the positive, praise success, encourage your child to be active. Look for the small things. Encourage hobbies and skills that build on their interest. Listen to your child's feelings. The simplest thing you can do is talk about it. Our oldest son, Jake, has epilepsy, and we have learned a lot. When someone in your family has epilepsy, it really affects everyone in that family, and you have to find different ways to cope and deal with the stresses and the obstacles and the challenges that come. Today, we are going to talk about it. This is something that I have been advocating and pushing for so long. It's important that we talk about it, especially when it comes to the family. I've invited some families that are incredible. These people have a child that has epilepsy. I've invited them into our home. You would think, oh, there are many cases that are similar. There are 3 million people that are dealing with this, so there are no two families that are exactly alike. They're all going through something different, but the common bond is the feeling of love and care and advocacy and how proud we are to be a part of this club that none of us ever wanted to be a part of. I love learning different things from them, and I hope that you learn from the interviews and the conversations that we have.
When it was new, I didn't really tell anyone. I told my closest friend, my main pal. Then when I got more used to it and educated my class, I'll be talking to someone, people ask where I'm going, I'm like, oh, I have epilepsy, so it's just not a big deal to say it anymore.
That's great.
And I feel like when you don't make that big of a deal out of it, people don't think of it as a weird thing. They're kind of just like, oh, okay.
They take their cues from you.
Yeah.
And if you go, oh yeah, it's nuts, it's crazy, that's what they're gonna take.
My son was 5 months old. He was a baby. The world was completely open to him. And then all of a sudden, I found myself feeling like, oh my gosh, he's never gonna go to prom, or he's not gonna have friends, or he's not gonna go to school, or he's not gonna ever get married. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of typical kids who don't go to prom, who don't go to college, who don't get married. I mean, why do I feel like my son's future is that much uncertain? And what if he doesn't want to?
I heard when I first got it, don't let it define you. But then I realized I'm going to let it define me because I'm someone who has epilepsy and I'm going to accept that. So when people say, oh, what's wrong with you? I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with me, but I have epilepsy. Mm-hmm. I want people to realize that there is no problem with it, but it's just something people have.
Emily, somebody out there right now who just had their first seizure, what do you tell them?
Well, I mean, of course it's hard at first because you just have to process it. But honestly now, my mom was saying all her stress is relieved. I don't even remember being stressed out about it because all I remember is what came after and how in the long term, it's just given me opportunities to speak out. It's formed my character, and just to tell them to handle it the right way and don't be self-conscious or afraid of it, because then people will react kind of the same way, oh, should I be treat her differently because of this, because she's kind of treating herself that way, it's something really weird. Just own up to it. And if someone's doesn't want to deal with you if you have it, then kind of shows you who your true friends are, which is kind of a tough reality.
Hey, we deal with it all the time as parents.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's fine.
And you got to keep a positive attitude. You don't say, oh gosh, why did I just have a seizure? You say, hey, we only had 2 last week, or we only had 1. I mean, she was having 2 different kinds of seizures, and we got tired of saying seizure, so we renamed them. So the absence seizures were...
I have no idea how I came up with this name.
I want to know.
I just called them snickerdoodles. I think I liked snickerdoodle cookies or something, and I was
That's awesome.
younger.
And then the other
one, I was like, well, it has to be related, so I called them gingerbreads, because...
Yeah, we thought, let's take that fear away, or, just kind of name it something that we like.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've had hundreds of snickerdoodles a day too. It's not easy to come together and talk about this stuff, but I gotta say, once you do, you realize how empowering it is and that you're not alone. I mean, your family is not alone. There are so many people going through this. I have to thank Sunovion for making this all possible. Thank you to the Epilepsy Foundation of America, but I want to especially thank you for talking about it.